Abduction, Chapter 16, Part 2. I like Valeri, but his closeness to Volkov makes me suspicious, I replied as I sat at the edge of the bed to put on my black dress shoes. You don't think he's honest? I don't know what to think. What does your gut instinct tell you about him? Valeri's an honest guy that happens to work for a man that is part of a crime syndicate? Echo raised her brows and looked at me through them. I think you need to look again. I see Valeri as a valiant and energetic guy who wants to please his boss. A kiss-ass. No, silly, not like that, commented Echo. Valeri is a nice person, and he wants to be friends with you. Don't read too much into it, Richard. How should we handle Maxim? I asked. Do you think he'll start asking questions about our time in Belarus? With all the people that will be around, I think he will only start asking direct questions if he gets one of us alone, said Echo as she made her way over to the mirror to start brushing her long hair. I tied the last of my laces on my shoes and looked up to remark how the light shimmered off of Echo's hair. She really did look gorgeous tonight. Echo had not dressed up like this for a very long time. I suppose some of that is my fault. The last time I took her someplace where she could put on a lovely dress was before she accepted a job in Belarus. I would have to change that and make it a point to give her a chance to be elegant. I'm sure someone's going to mention the strange lights that have been seen over Lutsk the last several weeks. That's going to be unavoidable, I muttered. So we talk about the lights, remarked Echo. There's no harm in that. Even we have seen them. Where we have to be careful is when the talk turns to alien life forms and disappearances have taken place. I felt some trepidation about going to Maxim Volkov's home. We could still back out of the dinner party, but we never saw what happened to the people who disappeared. If it weren't for Echo insisting that some of the missing were abducted by aliens, I would let the local authorities take this investigation over. I wasn't equipped for human trafficking and didn't have the resources. I had my doubts about the alien abductions as well. Echo's insistence that something was going on when it comes to alien visitations and her willingness to help the less fortunate got me into this mess in Belarus. Why not here in Ukraine? How many people will be at the party? I wish I knew, I replied. Maxim and his wife, if he has a wife. That part I don't know. But Valeri and his date will be there, and Natasha and her date, if she has one. After that, I don't know. I saw Echo tense, and it felt like the temperature in the room had dropped. Maybe it was just me and my reaction to seeing Echo flinch, but I swear to God it got colder in the room. What are you going to do when you see Natasha? Asked Echo with venom dripping when she said the last word she had spoken. I don't know what you mean, I replied coolly. I don't plan on doing anything. I'll be nice to her and her date, and I won't treat her any different than from any other guests. There was steel in Echo's gaze that said we were about to have a fight. It dissipated as quickly as it appeared, giving more pause to be cautious. We needed to be together in both mind and spirit if we were going to make it through the dinner party. Otherwise, it would be like tossing chum overboard and waiting for the sharks to start circling. You should set up your meeting with her, said Echo coolly as she was still calming herself down. We need her information to complete the picture of what's going on in Lutsk. I'm sorry if bringing up Natasha's upset you. Echo raised her hand to stop me from speaking any further. She turned back toward the mirror and brushed her hair again as if the action made her calmer. I was all for it if it worked. You do what you need to do to get the information we need, said a terse Echo. I will deal with my jealousy as best as I can. I stood from my seating position on the bed. My shoes were tied, and I was ready to go to dinner party. It was almost 20 minutes to 7. Dinner was at 7. Thankfully, we would not be taking public transportation to Maxim's house on the other side of town. We would be there in 15 minutes if nothing unforeseen took place. We don't have to go, I said. But we do, Richard, replied Echo. I want to know if there's an impending invasion of Earth, and the abductions are just a beginning as they learn our physiology. I would like to believe it wouldn't happen, but I do. So please, Richard, appease me and believe with me. I nodded. We'll get to the end of this, and I'll find out about the disappearances and why aliens are visiting the city. I promise.